When you turn on your car, does it make this noise? If so, that is likely the floor door actuator for the AC. Don't be scared. I was totally scared when I heard this. You shouldn't be scared. It's a super easy fix, and stay tuned to figure out how to fix this. All right. So what that sound actually is a little motor that's back behind the AC vents right here. So in order to replace that, you need to drop your dashboard. And then these two right here, you just want to take with both hands, this tab and that tab, and then push in and drop. And that'll allow you to get all the way inside here. And there's a couple actuators actually, and let me get a better light. All right, so right directly on the light, that is one floor door actuator. It may be that one as an issue. However, there's another one. It's right up here. You can sort of see it where that red is. There we go. The light's on a little bit better now. That one right there, that also could be the source of your issues. If you want to go a little deeper, I think there's one more on the other side. And so what you want to do is you want to put your hand on one of them and figure out when you turn on the car, you might need two people. Put your hand on it, get the car turned on, and whichever one is like sort of vibrating or popping, making that little popping noise when your car turns on, that's likely the one you want to replace. So for me, it's that one right up there. So I'll show you guys what tools you need for this. All right, so the tools that you guys will need for this job of replacing your faulty actuator will be as following. You're gonna want your socket wrench, of course. You're gonna want an 8mm socket. This is gonna be for the 2 bolts that you're removing on the actual actuator itself. You might wanna get a wobble in there, a little wobble tool. You're gonna be dealing with like tight spaces, so it's definitely useful. And you're gonna want this extension if you can. You may need a screwdriver to remove an old part off of the old actuator and put it onto the new one. And then if you want to remove the seats, like I did, to get like better angles underneath that dashboard, you're gonna want a 13mm socket for your front bolts of the seat that hold the seat in. And you're gonna want a 15mm deep socket for the back ones. And of course, you might need some light. And as I said, this part is like $20 from O'Reilly, so it's really not that bad. Go to O'Reilly's, make sure you have your 8mm. That's really all you need with the socket wrench. But I would definitely recommend getting a wobble, an extension, and then the 15mm and 13mm to remove your seat. Now, what I'm gonna do is actually remove the passenger seat. I was gonna do this already today, just because I wanted to clean the car, but I think it's gonna make it a lot easier for me to just get that nice angle up in there with my wobble and whatnot, and just sort of give me more space. So I'm gonna do this. I was gonna do it anyway, so it's better come off. All right, so I got my wobble here, and I'll sort of show you what I'm doing. So right up here, of course, we have the floor actuator for the AC. I've already got this one sort of unscrewed, and I'll sort of show you what I'm doing here. So this is like surgery. All right, it's not the worst you'll probably get if you work on cars a lot, but it's pretty tough. You just really need to get your wobble up there and make contact. And I can't show you now because it's sort of a two-hand job, because you need to put pressure on the wobble and sort of screw or ratchet your way out of there. But yeah, you just remove those two up there, and then there's that little red pin, and I'll show you guys how to do that next after I've got the screws unbolted. All right, so we've actually got that floor door actuator all unscrewed now, as you can see. All right, so I was actually having a bit of trouble with the socket wrench right here. I was using the wobble, and the wobble just made it like I was handling a wet noodle, even when I put it on the end extension or the end the end piece there. So I just used the extension and I just maneuvered my way in here, right around here, and I was able to get that off with no wobble and just a straight one. So if you guys are having trouble with the wobble, just go ahead and use your extension, use your little adapter piece, get your 8mm, and you'll be all good, most likely. All right, so next off, we actually want to disconnect the wiring harness from the actuator. So you just want to, like most Ford products, you just want to pull. There you go. There's going to be a little pop noise. And then this little tab right here, you just want to push in. You want to push in right on that black tab. You want to pull out. Now your actuator is all out. Next, what you want to do is actually take off this little gray colored pin. And what you can do for that, you just take like anything that can fit into that gap right there. All right, so I'm just going to use a screwdriver here. And you're just going to stick it right in there. Simple, but don't let it fall, or don't lose it, because you're going to want to put it on the new actuator. All right, so we've got it all reassembled here. This is the new actuator. I got it from O'Reilly's for about 20 bucks. We're just about to put it in. It's going to be pretty simple. Just get those bolts back in, reconnect the wiring, and then we're all good. All right, so we've got that new actuator in, and one thing that's a little bit worrying to me is that gray piece that we had to remove from the old one and put on the new one. It's in a different position than the last one, so that might just be a part thing, but that's the exact part that I got from O'Reilly's, and they said it was the one. So hopefully everything's all right. So yeah, moment of truth. We've got all the bolts or the screws in, and we've got the wiring reconnected to the new one. So we've got our moment of truth here. Let's see if everything is all good when we turn on the vehicle. So let's put our key in here. Let's set the AC to on. And no knocking. So we're all good. I'm gonna get this car clean now.